Hey guys, in this video we are going to be taking a look at an app called Clide that allows you to hijack and find expired domain names so that you can use them to potentially start making money online. So make sure to keep watching through the entirety of the video, and we're going to take a look over the sales page. We're also going to have a quick look inside the app dashboard just to give you an idea of how it actually works, and we'll also go over the funnel and some of the OTOs in the end. Plus I will also be sharing with you some of the actual pros and cons behind this type of concept to know whether it's a good idea to get involved with or why you should avoid it. So if you're new to the channel and you do find content like this here to be helpful, please be sure to leave a like. Also hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also feel free to share the video. Also, if you are looking for an honest and simple way to get started on your own online journey and you want to figure out the steps in which to do so, make sure to check out the link below in the description to find out more. Right, so we're quickly just going to dive over the sales page. I'm not going to spend too long on this, just to kind of give you a brief overview as to what the product is actually about. So it says here that it's a brand new app that allows you to ethically steal or hijack free traffic from domains like on YouTube, Wikipedia, Quora, Reddit and so forth. The one thing I will say is that this here isn't really a brand new app. This type of app, there's loads of different alternatives out there that do technically the same thing, and they do actually work. There's no ifs or buts about it. So primarily what this platform is, it allows you to find expired domains that you can actually purchase for whatever reason due to people not paying their bills or renewing their domains. So this software will automatically siphon out those expired domains and allows you to go in and buy them, and that way then once you own them, then you gain access to pretty much all the traffic. If they have like say a YouTube channel tied to that domain, or to even have accounts on the likes of different types of websites, likes of like I mentioned Reddit, Quora, whatever, they all get regular amounts of traffic. So if you buy a domain tied with all those accounts, you will also get the traffic associated with them. But this is a thing that's been around for a while. You can have a look over the sales page. Again, it does go more in depth and it explains to you exactly what it's actually about. It is a bit salesy, it is very hypey, but it is what it is. It does explain to you actually what's going on, how you can actually use it and what you can expect from the platform, and it does kind of tie into a lot of the emotional kind of triggers that a lot of people will actually notice when they're actually looking to buy something new online. But the software actually works. That's the thing. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. So you can definitely have a look more over the details on the sales page. It does break down into different specific areas to kind of give you an idea of some of the things that you can actually be more familiar with if you decide to use the software. So I'm quickly just going to dive into the dashboard and I'm just going to quickly just go over it. So just here on the Clide dashboard, now I'm not going to go too much into the specifics of the software because relatively it's very simple to use. Once you sign up to the app, it actually works kind of like what you have here, like say on a WordPress kind of plugin, but it works the same as an app as well. Like, so essentially it's very simple to use. It is easy to set up. It doesn't take much. Like a beginner can come in and get it set up very easily. So once you're on the dashboard, they do have access to training sections to show you actually how to use it. They do have a support section. You can also have a look at the integrations, so you can configure likes of Twitter and YouTube accounts if you actually have any, so you can connect up all your accounts and sync everything together. What you can also do in here is search campaigns, and if you notice, you can see here it gives you a list of a load of different specific domains that are currently expired or are due to expire on. So here it actually tells you that it's today's date, which is say the 9th of the 11th 2020, so most of these domains will have expired today. So what you can also do is you can actually come up here and check the campaign type. You can search the domains based off the social media platforms that are linked to them as well. If people have accounts also linked through these avenues here, you can find domains based off that as well. So if I just want to come in and just say YouTube for instance, and I just type in fitness, what the app is instantly going to do is within seconds it will actually showcase to you loads of other expired domains, and it actually shows you here. If you look, it gives you a load of details, it tells you if how many backlinks it has, what's the website rank, search results, how much search traffic it actually gets per month, the search volume, and you can see here that it tells you if it's available or not available. And if you do find one that you think is available, then straight away you have access to either the likes of GoDaddy or Namecheap, and then then you can literally purchase the domain straight away if you so wish. And it's relatively simple to do. There's no real kind of difficulty in terms of what it actually does, because a lot of businesses do actually go out of business, or they forget to renew their domains, or they may have been, there can be any number of reasons. People may have passed away, they may not have had the money to keep up with the payments, so they let the payments lapse. And so it leaves then the likes of this software here where you can come in and literally then purchase that domain, and then you can get everything from it. So it does actually work. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's very, very simple to use, and you can access a load of different sites if you want to buy multiple sites. You can check other avenues, like so you can search even different channels that may even have links that are expired on them as well. So as you can see here, it also gives you access to loads of even types of like YouTube channels as well. So and even other links, other domains. There's loads of different avenues that you can actually take with this. Again, platform is very, very simple. It's easy to use. You can also go through different search criteria, like if you want to like even search through relevant keywords and so forth. For SEO purposes, it will give you access to that criteria as well. To be honest, it is what it is. It actually does work. There is a lot of other apps out there that do similar things, and this actually is like a way to actually build a business. A lot of people actually do this, and you can make good money with it, because again, you're literally taking something that's already been built up, and literally you're just using the traffic that's already there. In some cases, you may get lucky and buy something that actually has a significant amount of traffic going to it, and you could potentially actually make a living from it. So quickly just going to dive on to the actual funnel. So as you can see here, it actually has a couple of different OTOs. There's actually like 4 in total. So you have the front end, which is $17. You have the unlimited package, which unlocks everything for $37. Evergreen content for the second OTO, so it gives you loads of other integrations and additional content so forth for an extra $47. For $67 they will have a complete done for you system, and then you have an agency license, which means you'll be allowed to resell it as your own. So it's totally up to yourself. I would kind of recommend that you do kind of do your research around a lot of these things, because to be honest, a lot of these OTOs on these funnels will cost you quite a bit of money especially when you let it add up and you buy them all. And to be honest, more often than not, a lot of this stuff you'll probably never need, or you probably will never use. So you could literally just go in and buy the front end of $17. It is what it is. It's cheap as cheerful. It's not expensive, and it does actually work. It will actually work, as I've shown you, and you can actually use it. So just before I actually finish up this video, I just want to actually kind of just go over some of the pros and cons of getting into this type of concept. Right, it is simple, as I've shown. Product is very, very easy to use. It works fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It is very, very easy to set up, but there are a lot of cons with this, especially if you're a newbie. Like for someone that's more advanced, that has been doing this for a long time, there is a really good chance that they can make this work. There is people that do actually do this for a living, and they do actually make it work, and a piece of software like this here will actually help them to simplify the process. It does actually work for that. But as an absolute newbie coming in that has no idea how to use any of this stuff, or even any sort of idea of where to get started online, this is where problems can actually happen, because there are a lot of cons with this. If you know what you're doing, you'll be fine. But if you don't know what you're doing, like in case a newbie coming in, it can have a steep learning curve, which means it can be very, very difficult to pick up. Not really unknowing so many different things, because there's so many different avenues. Because not only when you buy a domain, yes, you'll be able to buy it at a great price, but then it's up to you then to maintain it. There are so many things and intricacies and elements that are going to be involved with, because not only will you have access to the actual domain, you have access to pretty much all the traffic, all the web pages, everything that comes with it. And it can have, like say, there's all these other elements that I've mentioned here. It can lead to all these as well. Like there could be potential lawsuits, because you don't know if the content or the traffic that comes with that domain is reliable, and there could be discrepancies around it due to copyright issues. So you have to ask yourself, if I buy this, am I liable for all those discrepancies? If someone puts in a claim, who's liable? The person that actually had the domain before, that originally set it up, or am I liable? It's kind of a grey area. Nobody really knows that for sure. It's just something to be aware of, because if more often the case maybe is that if you purchase the domain, the chances are you would be liable for it, because you're the current owner of it. Again, the traffic and the content can be unreliable. In most cases you can get it to work, but there is cases where it actually may be unreliable, and for you it'd be virtually impossible for you to really gain any sort of traction information, even to build up any value or build trust to really build your business. So that's something to think about as well. And again, with anything like this here, if you decide to opt into it, there is a large risk but also a great reward with it if you can do it. But essentially it's just a gamble. You're just essentially taking a gamble on it. You're just hoping that it's going to actually work and not really sure of the ins and outs of it. Now if you've been doing it for years, and there are people that actually have been doing it and it does actually work, but there's still no guarantees. Also, for a newbie to come in here as well when they're not really sure what they're doing, it can be extremely difficult to track and maintain everything, because again, like I said, you're not just buying the actual domain, you're buying everything that comes with the domain, like backlinks, links to other pages, other social media profiles, anything that it's actually linked to. It could be hundreds if not tens of thousands of pages or backlinks. You'd be for ages sifting through everything and trying to maintain and keep on top of that and control all that can be very, very difficult. It can be done, but it can be very, very difficult. So they are just my points really on this type of software. For price of it, if it's something that you want to do, you can feel free and have a look. But my recommendation is, if you're a complete newbie coming into this, my advice would be for you to stay away from it, at least for the time being. Go and do a bit of research, try to figure all this stuff out, try to learn all the intricacies and elements that are involved with actually buying a domain that's already been set up, because it can be an awful headache for you if you're just getting started out. You could end up taking on a lot more than you expect, and it could be more hassle than it's worth over time. So it's really just something to think about. So yes, the platform works, but I wouldn't recommend it for newbies. But that's just my thoughts on it as well. So it's totally up to yourself. You just use your own due diligence and research the software, and then you can make your own informed decision of it. So hopefully that this review here will actually clear that up for you. So if you have found the content here in this review to be actually helpful, make sure to leave a like on the video. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also feel free to share the video. Also, if you are looking for an honest and simple way to get started on your own online journey and you want to figure out the steps in which to do so, make sure to check out the link below in the description to find out more. And again, I will see you all in the next one.